Assalamualaikum and greetings everyone. This is my team Sustainability through Entrepreneurship case study presentation. And these are my group members. My name is Amai Kabir Muhammad Farid. We have Hang Ang Chi, Jiang Hang Rui, and Amna Nafisa binti Abdul Aziz.
Hi everyone, I'm John. Let me tell you a bit about Luca. Luca is a small farm started in 2020 by Ms. Yekan Lai. It's in Selangor, Malaysia. At first, he just wanted to grow clean and safe vegetables for his family and friends. He didn't get money or help from outside. Everything was done by himself and his team. Now Luca is growing step by step with a strong purpose to give people food they can trust. Luca's farm is about 5 hectares, not very big but well organized. They grow leafy vegetables like pak choy. There are open fields, a small nursery, and a packing area. Right now, they still water the plants by hand, but they are trying to improve that. The team is small, Miss Year, a farm manager, one QC person, and around 15 workers. Everyone works closely together to get things done. Okay, so let us see the progress and the challenges. Luca is still learning and trying new things. They are testing compost, salt water planting, and how to save more water. Right now, there's no fancy tech, just hands and hard work. But the farm is doing its best to be green and eco-friendly. Of course, there were problems too, like bad weather or high labor cost, but they keep going and never give up. Looking ahead, Luca wants to try smart farming, like auto watering and better tools. They also hope to grow bigger and reach more people. Even though it's small now, Luca is serious about safe and honest farming. They show us that you don't need a lot of money, just hard work, and a clear goal. Luca should inspire more local farms to go green and do the right things.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Haikal bin Muhammad Farid, and I will be talking about the analysis of the case. So first thing I want to start off with is the overview of the farm landscape. So first thing is we have the vegetable and warehouse packing area. So this is where they would store the harvested vegetables and prepare them for packaging. So the second one is the UV lit seedling grow room. So this area is where they would keep the young plants before they are transferred to the main farm. The UV lights, they help simulate sunlight and help the seedling grow in a controlled environment. So the third one is an indoor organic vegetable farming. So this indoor farming area likely uses advanced farming techniques such as hydroponics or vertical farming. It's an efficient way to grow vegetables. So the fourth one is agricultural water storage pond. So this farm, they would conserve water by keeping rainwater, and this is one of the storage ponds that they use. It is used for watering and agriculture irrigation. Fifth one is a saltwater farm raised fish pond. So in this fish pond is where they would keep the saltwater fish and where they would farm and breed the fish. Sixth one is agriculture water storage pond. So this is another water storage pond where it keeps the water used for agriculture and watering and irrigation. So the seventh one is the farm for freshwater farm raised fish pond. So not only do they have saltwater fish, but they also raise freshwater fish as well inside this pond. So for sustainable practices and SDG justification, Lucas Danbahat has implemented a range of sustainable practices that aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the SDG as they call it. So first one they have is water conservation. Water conservation. This aligns with SDG 6. It uses rainwater for farm operations, which reduce the reliance on treated water and supports SDG 6. Second one is organic composting. This aligns with SDG 2. So the farm uses organic compost, including fish waste, fish feces, to improve soil and reduce food waste. This supports SDG 2, zero hunger. And lastly, they have no pesticide use. This aligns with SDG 2 and 13. Lucas Derbahat avoids chemical pesticides, so they protect the soil and the ecosystem. This supports SDG 2 zero hunger and SDG 13 climate action as well. So although they have sustainable practices, they do unfortunately have unsustainable practices and areas to improve. So the first one is labor practices. Lucas Derbahat faces labor shortages and limited upskilling, so they can't really grow their skills much. This relates to SDG 10 and 17. SDG 10 is reduce inequality, and SDG 17 is partnership for the goals. So the second one is supply and demand. Lucas Sudarbahat overproduces vegetables, and this causes wastage and profit loss. This is relating to SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, and SDG 17, partnership for the goals. Lastly is lack of branding and labeling visibility. They lack clear product labeling and brand visibility. They don't really have a label on their products. And also the certification isn't really clearly shown on the product. This is relating to SDG 12, SDG 16, and SDG 17. SDG 12 is responsible consumption and production. SDG 16 is peace, justice, and strong institution. This is relating to that certification. And lastly is SDG 17, partnership for the goals. This is for what they could do to improve their marketing. Now, Lucas Darabahat does have a few challenges when they want to implement the sustainability. First is financial constraint. Second one is lack of marketing and advertising and market pressure. So financial constraint means they're not making enough satisfying profit margins. Lack of marketing means they have like a very minimal online presence and there's very lack of brand visibility. And for market pressure is that organic vegetables are usually priced higher than regular produce. So even though they try to make it affordable, many consumers are not really willing to pay this extra price. And lastly, for analytical and critical review, there are a few strengths, weaknesses, and recommendations. So strength, water conservation and organic composting demonstrates that Lucas Lembahat has a clear commitment to environmental sustainability. They also use pesticide-free bok choy to reinforce the effectiveness of its sustainability efforts. There are a few weaknesses though. They are not making enough profits. And labor practices also needs more attention because Lucas Lembahat does not have enough workers and still relies on manual labor to help with their agriculture process. So recommendations is I recommend that they use robots and automation to reduce manual labor while still supporting fair wages and better working conditions, and also to promote its organic products from their farm through social media. Invite influencers to try their product.
Hi, my name is Amina Fisabinta Abdul Aziz, and I would like to explain about the sustainable solution, recommendation, and appraisal for Lucas Company. In order to solve the issue facing by Lucas companies in Berhad in system and enhance sustainability, I would like to provide a few suggested fixes. These suggestions are designed to promote social and economic well-being in addition to environmental objectives. First, upgrade to energy efficient equipment. We suggest spending money on energy efficient, contemporary equipment. Over time, this will lessen carbon emission, use less electricity, and save operating expenses. Next, program for smallholder assistance. It is crucial to assist small-scale producers. We can enable them to be more sustainable and productive by providing them with market access, financial support, and training. Next, encourage the development of community infrastructure. We uplift local communities and raise living conditions by constructing and maintaining necessary infrastructure such as school, water system, and roadways. Next, employee sustainability challenges and incentive. Motivating employee through sustainability challenges and incentive can drive innovation and foster a culture of environmental responsibility within the organization. Next, labor practice. Luka must ensure fair and ethical labor practice. This includes safe working conditions, fair wages, and the protection of workers' rights. Next is supply and demand mismatch. Addressing the imbalance between supply and demand is crucial. We recommend better forecasting method and flexible supply chain strategy to avoid overproduction or shortage. Branding and certification visibility. Finally, improving visibility of sustainability, certification, and transparent branding builds customer trust and adds value to the product in the global market. In order to solve the issue facing by Lucas companies in Berhad in system and enhance sustainability, I would like to provide a few suggested fixes. These suggestions are designed to promote social and economic well-being in addition to environmental objectives. First, upgrade to energy efficient equipment. We suggest spending money on energy efficient, contemporary equipment. Over time, this will lessen carbon emission, use less electricity, and save operating expenses. Next, program for smallholder assistance. It is crucial to assist small-scale producers. We can enable them to be more sustainable and productive by providing them with market access, financial support, and training. Next, encourage the development of community infrastructure. We uplift local communities and raise living conditions by constructing and maintaining necessary infrastructure such as school, water system, and roadways. Next, employee sustainability challenges and incentive. Motivating employee through sustainability challenges and incentive can drive innovation and foster a culture of environmental responsibility within the organization. Next, labor practice. Luka must ensure fair and ethical labor practice. This includes safe working conditions, fair wages, and the protection of workers' rights. Next is supply and demand mismatch. Addressing the imbalance between supply and demand is crucial. We recommend better forecasting method and flexible supply chain strategy to avoid overproduction or shortage. Branding and certification visibility. Finally, improving visibility of sustainability, certification, and transparent branding builds customer trust and adds value to the product in the global market. These are the ESG KPIs for Lucas companies in Berhad as assessed by the University of Malaya. These indicators highlight our company commitment to sustainable practice, which align with globally recognized Sustainable Development Goals (SDG). First, efficient water usage. Water is a precious resource, and Lucas in Berhad has taken active steps to optimize its use. They have installed a rainwater catchment system to irrigate their plants. This reduces reliance on processed water and support clean water conservation. SDG 6. As a result, their water usage efficiency has earned us a sustainability score of E. Next, transforming waste into resource instead of discarding organic waste, they turn it into valuable resource. Luka use fish waste as organic fertilizer for crops. This aligns with SDG 12, promoting responsible consumption and production. By integrating aquaponics, they reduce dependence on synthetic fertilizer, though they recognize the need for improvement, reflect in our score of C. Next is renewable energy adoption. Transitioning to clean energy is key to sustainability. Lucas in Berhad has installed a solar panel to generate electricity for the farm. This supports SDG 7, which advocates for affordable and clean energy. Although they are using solar power, further expansion is needed, giving us a score of D. Lastly, biodiversity conservation. Protecting biodiversity, ensure a healthy ecosystem. Luka prioritizes native crops and avoid chemical pesticides. This aligns with SDG 15, which focuses on life on land. Though through organic farming, Lucas company support beneficial insect and improve soil health. They earn a score of B. In addition, Lucas in Berhad is committed to sustainable growth. While we have made significant strides in water conservation and biodiversity protection, there are areas where Luka can further enhance their efforts, particularly in renewable energy and waste to resource integration. Together, they can build a more sustainable and responsible future.
So now I'm presenting about the conclusion, which is the last updating. The first point is environmental stewardship. So if we use the method of organic planting, we can protect the soil from the pesticide and chemical stuff and our water and also the biodiversity. The second one is economic valuability. So in long term, we can reduce the cost for the chemical products, and also we can use the compost from, for example, the fish waste and stuff. And also we have renewable energy such as sunlight and rainwater. The third one is healthier products. If there are more people that welcome organic products, so we can consume or we can have more chemical-free products and also organic foods. Last but not least, so if the company have their own customer circles and they'll build the connection between the consumers, so they'll have transparency and also trust between them and through the ethical practices. Next part is the future prospects. So there are few goals that Malaysia government wish to achieve. The first one is Malaysia wishes that company will increase their sales in market so they can reduce the reliance on import products. For example, Malaysia imports potatoes from America. So if one day we have enough of supply for our people, so we can also export products to other countries. So this might improve our economic status globally. The next one is Malaysia will guide the government to launch their products by modifying the packaging into different types, include maybe cans or other types of that, to find the most efficient way to export the products. The third one is Malaysia will support the field of green and sustainability by giving financial aids and guidelines. So some of the company will also receive tax reduces and also subsidies as well to help them to do some research and development. The government might also help the company to promote their product as well to attract more customers to try on their products and also support local brands. Last but not least, Malaysia will encourage the company to currently hire more local employees and create more job opportunities for the locals as well. So this will help to decrease the pressure of the governments and also the family's cost living, while at the same time the family can increase their quality of living. So there are some pictures that we have taken the day we visited the farm. So you guys can look through it. And these are the questions that we have interviewed Mr. Yu and asked him about his opinion about this kind of questions. So there are main four, which the first one is what is his motive to run this sustainable farm? The second one is what are the challenges that he faced during at the moment now? And the third one is what are the future goals that he's trying to achieve? The fourth one, what do he do with all that unsold organic vegetables? So we have actually interviewed him and got the answer, and we have analyzed it from just now the other presentations that our member have presented. Alright, that's all from our presentation. So thank you for your attention. If any questions, you guys can open the mic and ask now. Thank you.